This is E. Matthews Jet. Before I do this video, I want to tell all my audience that my videos are for adults, not for minors. I'm a hobbyist and I fly model airplanes. I run RC cars and I also run speedboats and I also ride Harleys and I'm also a firearm enthusiast. I'm a licensed gun owner, so I am a hobbyist complete all the way across the board. So my videos are not for kids. Okay, that's my AR, my Beretta, and one thing a lot of people don't know about me is I'm heavily into Western guns. I love the history of Western. I've seen practically every Western movie there is out there. From Clint Eastwood, John Wayne, Wyatt Earp and the OK Corral, DF Troop, Chuck Norris made movies. Charles Bronson made a lot of Western movies. And, I've seen them all. I love them all. I love the history of Western guns. So, this right here is my old Army black powder with a conversion kit that turns into shoot 45 long Colt cartridges. In the beginning, when black powder pistols were out, revolvers, they were all shooting black powder. Right now, I can't remember the name of the guy, but I know his name. He decided to cut the cylinder and make it shoot cartridges, so he put an opening, a door here. He added a piece of metal to straighten it because the metal was put onto the frame itself. And then he put what's called a shell release to take out, to remove it from the cylinder. Okay, plus he plugged the hole over here and he made it work to shoot cartridges. So as revolvers evolved and they moved out of black powder, Colt came in and made the first revolver called a Peacemaker. So I have one, but not that shoots bullets. It's actually a pellet gun that is right here. So this would be the first revolver after the conversion kit setup that was set up back in the Western days. So before Colt made this gun, because he had many parts for his black powder guns, so he continued reproducing the black powder gun, but shot the cartridges, long Colt 45, with all the conversion setups that he made for the old black powder gun. Because they were selling more this type of a gun than this one, because they weren't in a rush to pull this one out on the market, because Colt had many parts left over for black powder guns, and instead of just destroying all of them, he decided to put them together, put the conversion kit in it, recut the frame, and drill it and make all the parts that he needed to turn it to shoot cartridges. So then, when he was done with all his parts, then he decided to make the Colt Peacemaker. So this one is made by Numerex, and this is a 177 caliber pellet gun. I ordered it because it's a complete replica of the real Peacemaker. I do not own a Peacemaker, but I am gonna apply for a permit in the future and get the Vaquero. Ruger makes the Vaquero that is pretty much identical to the Colt Peacemaker. Okay, so let me take this back out. And like I said before, my videos are for adults, not for kids. So, because I shoot the Ruger Old Army black powder with the conversion kit, so I wanted the Western gun belt. And these are all my long Colts 45s. So there's 36 rounds on the belt. So the gun is empty. I don't have this for home protection, even though I can use it for home protection, but it would have to be loaded and kept loaded. And I don't need this gun to kept loaded because I got my Beretta and I got pistols that use magazines that I keep for home defense. Like that Beretta is completely loaded right now, and it's got an extra magazines right there in a little pouch. And that's my AR over there. So going back to the history of Western guns, I love Western guns. I also have the Winchester. It's sad that I didn't bring out my Winchester for this video, because for this video, that Winchester fits in perfect. But in past videos, if you go to my past videos, you're going to find my Winchester, because I do own one. Okay, so my Winchester and this revolver, I bought it in 1992. So they've been with me ever since 1992, and I bought them in New York City. Okay, so I don't dress up as a cowboy. You know, I don't have a cowboy Western hat. Even though I like cowboy Western boots and I've had them in the past, I really don't style that cowboy look. But I do love it. And I love the Western holster for Western guns. So this is my own Western holster. It's all hand tube. This is not stamped. Okay, it's not a stamp on a power presser that stamps the belt. This is all hand tubed. This is a real nice leather belt for a cowboy. So I'm not a cowboy. I don't portray myself to be one. But, you know, I love the cowboy history. And it's an honor to own a cowboy. I own actually a couple of cowboy Western guns. And I have one cowboy Western leather holster. I don't own another one. And I don't need to buy another one because I don't dress as a cowboy. But when I go to the gun range, and on that day I want to go shoot this gun, I put on the belt. So I draw the gun out of the belt at the range. It's the only time I use the belt. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say. This is E. Matthews Jet. I live on the Western history. I love Western history and movies. And this is the beginning of all this other stuff that's there. Without this would not exist. Okay? And without the Winchester repeater, today's ARs wouldn't exist. Because this is the future from you know, after the Western days. It's awesome. So this is E. Matthews Jet signing out on the next one. I hope you guys are like Western movies and like to dress up as a cowboy and go shooting. Watch my video. Thank you.